There's something incredibly irresistible about a spoonful of creamy peanut butter. That rich, nutty spread has become a staple in pantries across the United States. And once you learn how it's made, you might just appreciate it even more. It all starts in vast peanut fields, where powerful harvesting machines move through the rows, shaking the plants and flipping them upside down. This loosens the peanuts from their roots and exposes them to the sun, where they're left to dry naturally for several days. Once the moisture levels are just right, another set of machines rolls in to scoop up the plants, separating the peanuts from the soil, stems, and other debris. These machines collect the dried peanuts in hoppers, making what could be backbreaking work look effortless. After harvest, the peanuts are sent to a cleaning facility where the real transformation begins. The whole pile is poured into industrial pre-screening systems that remove unwanted elements like stones, leaves, and twigs. Next comes the deshelling process, one of the most satisfying steps to watch. Specialized machines crack the tough shells with just the right amount of pressure, revealing the golden peanuts we all know and love. But we're not done yet. Each batch undergoes a visual inspection to ensure quality before heading to skin removal systems. These machines use a mix of air pressure, gentle shaking, and smart programming to remove the thin, reddish-brown skins clinging to each nut. Before roasting, the peanuts are given a medium boil treatment. This crucial step helps lock in their flavor and texture while sanitizing them by eliminating any potentially harmful microbes. The water temperature hovers around 121 degrees Celsius, though it can vary depending on the manufacturer. Once boiled, the peanuts are quickly packed and sealed to preserve freshness. Later, they're roasted to bring out that deep, savory aroma. Once roasted to perfection, they're cooled down to prevent them from becoming soggy or losing flavor during the next phase. Grinding. This is where the magic happens. The roasted peanuts are loaded into heavy-duty grinders, which crush and blend them into a smooth, buttery paste. Slowly, flavor-enhancing ingredients like salt, sugar, or even chocolate are added. The mixture keeps spinning and blending until the texture is silky and uniform. This intense yet harmonious process, homogenization. Pressure to ensure the peanut butter becomes as smooth as possible. Watching it transform from solid nuts into a golden, flowing spread is almost hypnotic. Now the peanut butter is ready for packaging. Automated systems take over, filling jars to the brim with this creamy goodness. The sealing machines work non-stop, ensuring every jar is airtight and fresh. Once sealed, each jar is labeled, stacked, and readied for shipment. Whether it ends up in your kitchen pantry, slathered on toast, drizzled into smoothies, or straight off the spoon, there's no denying peanut butter's universal charm. And if peanut butter wasn't delicious enough on its own, imagine it wrapped in chocolate. That's right, some of these roasted peanuts are destined for a sweet twist. They're dipped in smooth, melted chocolate using precise automated coaters that ensure each peanut is evenly covered. After coating, the peanuts are cooled and allowed to harden into crunchy, chocolatey bites of perfection. Once ready, they're packaged in food-safe containers and shipped out, becoming one of the most popular sweet tan savory snacks on store shelves. Of course, when it comes to universally loved treats, ice cream takes the crown. Americans consume an estimated 50 million pints of ice cream every day. That's enough to fill 9 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Whether it's a sweltering summer day or a cozy winter night, the craving for that creamy, frozen delight never fades. Just take one look at a tub of rich, velvety vanilla or chunky chocolate chip, and it's easy to see why. With hundreds of flavors, textures, and toppings, ice cream is the ultimate comfort food, sweet and endlessly customizable. But not every snack is frozen. Taiwanese crackers, for example, are known for their crispy, airy texture and light, savory flavor. They've become a beloved snack worldwide thanks to their simplicity and authenticity. These crackers are made with a handful of basic ingredients and a straightforward production process that lets natural flavors shine. From adults seeking a light bite to kids craving a crunchy treat, Taiwanese crackers are a crowd favorite. While some debates have popped up around oil sprays used in their production, the reality is that most modern factories adhere to strict hygiene and quality standards. And hey, a little snacking never hurt anyone as long as it's in moderation. Speaking of modern factories, automation has taken food production to a whole new level. One mesmerizing example is the juice bottling process. Fully automated juice lines reduce electricity consumption and labor while increasing efficiency. Robots and conveyor systems fill each bottle with precise amounts of juice, capping them at lightning speed. You'll barely spot a handful of workers on the floor because the machines do almost everything from rinsing and drying to filling, sealing, and labeling. It's clean, fast, and pretty fun to watch. Of course, not every fruit is as cooperative as oranges or apples, ready to be canned or juiced without all the manual effort. And let's not forget burgers, specifically the beef patties. Surprisingly, a typical beef patty contains virtually no carbs unless you add extras. What it does offer is a powerhouse of protein, fats, and micronutrients, making it one of the most satisfying and energy-packed foods out there. On the healthier side of the snack aisle, dried apricots are a perfect example of sweetmeats smart. These chewy, golden treats are packed with fiber, vitamins, and natural sugar. They're great for topping oatmeal, tossing into trail mix, or baking into muffins. But like most dried fruits, it's best to enjoy them in moderation since their sugar content is concentrated during the drying process. Still, they're far better than most processed candy and satisfy a sweet tooth while fueling your body. Strawberries are another fan favorite, juicy, vibrant, and found in everything from smoothies to cereal bowls. But fresh strawberries don't grow year-round, which is where canning comes in. Thanks to advanced preservation techniques, you can enjoy ripe strawberries any time of the year. Canned strawberries retain their flavor, texture, and color surprisingly well and bring a burst of summer to your plate. Even in the dead of winter, poultry production has also come a long way, especially in large-scale facilities that prioritize animal welfare. In many U.S. poultry farms, robotic scanners track each chicken's health, activity levels, and feeding habits. You'll often see eggs systematically lined up on conveyor belts. Moving through a series of inspections, cracks, leaks, dirt, and defects are detected instantly. Once the eggs pass their quality checks, they go through a disinfection chamber to remove any bacteria or contaminants. The result? Clean, safe eggs delivered fresh to your grocery store. When it comes to bottled juices, opinions are divided. Some swear by the convenience, while others argue for squeezing fresh juice at home. And sure, it only takes 10 to 15 minutes to make a glass of fresh juice. But for most of us, juggling work, kids, and everything in between, bottled juice just makes sense. Not all bottled juices are created equal, though. Some brands go the extra mile to avoid preservatives and focus on clean, hygienic production. So while fresh might be ideal, there's nothing wrong with going the bottled route if it suits your schedule and lifestyle. And finally, let's end where we began, with fruit. To make truly amazing jam, the strawberries have to be just right. That means growing them in nutrient-rich soil, watering them properly, and harvesting them at peak ripeness. Today, high-tech strawberry farms use robots to handle the entire process. These machines gently plant, water, and monitor each pot. When it's time to harvest, robotic arms pick the right berries without damaging the delicate fruit. Once picked, the strawberries go through several rounds of inspection. The green caps are removed with incredible precision, and the fruit is washed first with water and vibrations to remove dirt and insects. Then, with a secondary wash for added hygiene, it's incredible how much technology has changed the way we grow, process, and enjoy our food. From the peanut fields to the strawberry farms, from the juice fillers to the ice cream freezers, every step is a blend of old-fashioned craftsmanship and futuristic automation. And in the end, all of it comes together to deliver the snacks, spreads, and meals that bring us joy every single day. There's something about that first spoonful of strawberry jam, sweet, slightly tart, smooth, and bursting with berry flavor that instantly transports you to summer mornings and warm buttered toast. But have you ever stopped to think about what goes into making it? Behind that glossy red spread is a complex and fascinating process that transforms freshly picked strawberries into perfectly sealed jars of jam, ready to be shipped to your kitchen table. There's something irresistible about cracking open a cold bottle of Coca-Cola the Fizz. The sweetness, the chill that hits just right. But have you ever wondered what actually goes into that world-famous drink? Let's take you behind the scenes of one of the most iconic beverages ever created. At the heart of Coca-Cola is a secret formula, one so closely guarded that, according to legend, only 2 or 3 people in the world know the full recipe at any given time. That secret syrup is stored inside a heavily secured vault and is still the subject of wild speculation to this day. Some say the magic lies in a unique blend of spices, caramel coloring, caffeine, and a citrus oil infusion, but truth be told, no one outside the inner circle really knows. And that mystery is part of what keeps people coming back. Once that secret syrup is prepped, the next major ingredient steps in: carbonated water. This fizzy base is meticulously prepared, cooled, and pumped with just the right level of carbon dioxide to create that classic effervescence we all know and love. Then, it's blended with the syrup to produce the final drink mix. At this stage, the liquid gold is ready to hit the production line, and that's where the real show begins. Giant automated systems kick into high gear as the beverage flows through stainless steel pipes into massive mixing chambers. From there, it's distributed through a network of lines that fill bottles and cans with jaw-dropping precision. Once the liquid reaches the bottling stage, rows upon rows of empty bottles are guided onto a fast-moving conveyor system. Robotic arms and high-speed motors swing into action, aligning the bottles with perfect symmetry. Watching the machinery at work feels like witnessing a perfectly choreographed dance. Each bottle is twisted, turned, rinsed, and lined up for filling. It's not just high-tech, it's mesmerizing. What's even more surprising is that Coca-Cola wasn't always this flashy. When it was first introduced back in 1886, it was sold out of a single jug, averaging just 9 glasses sold per day. Today, over 200,000 bottles of Coke are sold every single minute around the world. That's a globe of epic proportions. Back on the production floor, the filling process is seamless. Special nozzles descend onto each bottle, locking in place and dispensing the liquid to the exact required level. No mess, no waste, just smooth, continuous motion. As soon as the bottles are filled, the capping machines take over, securing the lids tightly to keep that signature fizz locked inside. Ever noticed how clean and sleek a Coke bottle feels in your hand? That's no accident. Each bottle is actually rinsed and air-dried before filling to ensure a sparkling finish. It's this attention to detail that makes even a simple bottle of soda feel premium. But it doesn't end with bottles. Coca-Cola in cans has its own cool factor. The canning process involves a wild series of twists and turns, literally. Empty cans ride a roller coaster of steel rails, flipping upside down to drain moisture before being dried and prepped for filling. It might look like an amusement park for cans, but every spin and flip has a purpose. Once the cans are perfectly dry, those same efficient filling nozzles work their magic, topping them off with Coke in a matter of milliseconds. Watching it happen in real time is oddly satisfying, like industrial ASMR. Once all the drinks are sealed, they move into the final packaging stage. Here, filled bottles are gathered in groups, slid into sturdy cardboard trays, and wrapped tightly with plastic film for stability. This process keeps everything organized and safe during transport. Whether it's headed to your local grocery store or your favorite drive-thru,